Hey, welcome to another training. My name is Tim Anglesey, VP of Training. Today, I want to talk about the importance of preseason sales as well as momentum. We've obviously we've put on a lot of preseason accounts, more than we have in years past. And I want to congratulate all the veteran as well as new reps that are out there busting it hard, putting on accounts to help propel them and prepare them for the summer. So I appreciate all your hard work. I know sometimes it's tough out there, especially for those that are new. But I really do appreciate all your hard work. I remember when I first started selling, I went out and sold, and it was October, November. It was like 30 degrees. It got dark like at 4 or 5 o'clock. I didn't know any better, and so I would knock until like 9:30. People would be turning on their light because they'd already be in bed, and it was crazy. I didn't know any different. So as far as preseason sales, appreciate all your hard work, no matter where you are throughout the land. So thank you very much. I have a presentation that I want to share with you guys that I think is really important as I pull this up for you. As I mentioned earlier, our preseason production has been awesome. It's been the best it's ever been at Clear Satellite, and that's a tribute to a lot of you guys that are out there working hard, as well as the regionals and managers. One thing I want to tell you guys is learn from them. They're hardworking individuals, men and women, and they really set the tone for us here at Clear Satellite. So I appreciate all their hard work. The importance of preseason installs. In my experience, for those that are new, even for those veteran reps, but especially for those that are new, if you can get out on the doors, anytime you can get 3 to 5 installs in the preseason, that's going to help you prepare for the summer. Not only is it going to prepare you for the summer, but there's several different ways that it's going to prepare you for the summer. It's going to help you get over that learning curve. So many times I've seen where reps, they don't even take the time to attend a blitz during the off season or preseason. And it's just that, they get out to the office, they see the veteran reps and some of the new reps that have sold throughout the off season or preseason that have already overcome how to overcome concerns, how to use Sales Rabbit, how to product knowledge, where each particular channel, which package that's in. And so if you haven't, or if you already have, I continue to urge you to attend our preseason blitzes that we have. Regionals, managers, they're holding them. We have a company-wide blitz at least once a month, and something we have incentives and whatnot for those that attend and put on accounts. Not only that, but it's a great way to get kind of a glimpse of what the summer's all about as far as attending correlations or morning meetings, the work that's put into knocking doors, the hours that's spent, dinner goals, things like that. It really gives you kind of a small glimpse of what to expect during the summer. Not a full one, but at least a small glimpse. And I really urge you to get out there, as well as veteran reps. For the veteran reps that sold last summer, it's a good way to stay on top of your game. I know for myself, if you go a long period of time getting out of sync or a routine, it's kind of hard to get back in it. So maintaining that consistency is a huge thing. Another important aspect of preseason installs is you get to know the other reps. You get to know other people that are going to be within your office, maybe other offices, and it's great for competition. Just being out there competing against somebody that you know is awesome. I've seen it in the summertime where you go head-to-head against somebody in another office, and you always you know who that person is by looking at Sales Rabbit or just the leaderboard, but you can't put a name with a face. And so it's awesome. It's a good way to get to know the reps as well as the techs. I am a strong believer in if I scratch your back, you scratch mine. And that's the kind of relationship I've always tried to have with technicians. So it's a good way to get to know who the technicians are, who's going to be doing your jobs, working together out there during blitzes. So once again, I urge you with preseason installs to take advantage, to really overcome that learning curve, use the tools that we have, as I mentioned, such as Sales Rabbit, calling in claims, knowing kind of the system when you call in their call center or account creation. So once again, it's extremely important to get out there and get your feet wet. So we've talked a little bit about preseason, about the importance of preseason sales. We had the opportunity last week to have our manager meeting, and obviously this is a picture of our leaders, most of our leaders at Clear. And I can't begin to tell you the feeling that we had being together, working together as a team. I've been in this industry for several years, and I can't tell you what wonderful leaders we have here at Clear Satellite. We really do, both on the sales side as well as on the technician side. There really was a feeling of, how do I put this, of change. And what I mean by that is the feeling that everyone is working together for the ultimate goal, and that is to be the best we've ever been. No one's talking about how much they're making, but more importantly about how we are going to hit our goals and be the best we've ever been and continue to grow from there. One thing I love about Clear and I love about our leaders is we're not treating this as a summer program. In the years past, it's been, recruiting somebody, hey, you're here for 4 months. This is a great opportunity. We are recruiting people to be a part of something for not just 4 months, but for a career, for a long period of time. And that feeling was really portrayed at that meeting. And so for those that weren't in attendance, I urge you to do what it takes to be there next year. Create something this summer to get you to that manager meeting next year. And I've always said the 3 things I always look for out of our reps, managers, or leaders is a strong work ethic, being consistent, and eliminating distractions. But I would actually add a 4th one, and that's just be a good team player. Be willing to work with everyone. I realize not everyone's going to have the same personality, but that's okay. We all have the same common goal, and that's to be the best. And so that manager meeting was awesome. I kind of want to recap a little bit about what was talked about in our manager meeting. Jeremy Arthur and Kevin Trost, Derek Stevenson, Casey Rentz, and Paul Southam did an amazing job in our manager meeting, not to mention our incredible regionals and managers that we have. But the whole theme of at least what I got out of that was momentum, having momentum. And Jeremy Arthur shared a story. He's from a small town in southern Utah, played sports. And in this slide here, the man on the top right, Jason Workman, he was on the Navy SEAL 6 team. If you've ever watched Act of Valor, he is one of the individuals they portray in that movie. Ended up going back to Iraq and lost his life serving our country. But anyway, that's who's on the top right, and I'll get to him in a sec. But Jeremy played baseball, and he went to a real small 2A school. There were about 13 people on his varsity team, and they was double elimination at state, and they went up against a team who had about 30 people on the roster. I don't know how they swung that. I didn't know you could have 30 people on a roster. It's more than a Major League Baseball team. But they had 13 pitchers. Anyway, Jeremy, when they were playing this team, and don't quote me on this, Jeremy Arthur, but they had Jason Workman come up to and give them this big speech to these individuals. And it was really motivating to them. And they ended up winning the game. It was double elimination. They ended up beating the team, and they went into the championship game. And they were riding on all cylinders. There was a high about them, and they were up against the team that had 30 players, 13 pitchers. I believe it was 9-6. And then there was a little bit of rain, and the coach from the other team complained, and there ended up being a rain delay, which to Jeremy's, from what Jeremy said, sounded like they didn't need to have that rain delay. But there was so much momentum. They were up 9-6, and there was a rain delay for 2 hours, and they ended up using their senior pitcher for one more inning, and he was exhausted after that. So they put on a freshman and ended up giving up 4 runs, and they ended up losing that game 10-9. The reason why I bring up the story is 2 things. First of all, in order for them to get to that championship game, there was a leader that stood out, that gave them that pep talk, that had them firing on all cylinders, and they were able to win that game. And then in the championship game, they were firing on all cylinders, and there was one thing that broke that momentum. Obviously, in this case, it was the rain delay. Let's always have that momentum, and so look to be that leader. Look to be that person that's going to stand out and make everyone achieve their goals. So momentum was huge. It was talked about. That was the theme, in my opinion, for Friday and Saturday when we were up in Salt Lake with our manager meeting. We also talked about recruiting. Obviously, our company revolves around recruiting. That's extremely important. Clear success is based off of you guys. And so Kevin Trost brought up an example as far as making a list of 100 friends. I believe each and every one of you, whether you're a regional manager, brand new to this industry, can make a list of 100 friends, whether it's through social media, through Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it might be, or people from school or whatnot, church, sports, whatever it might be. You can make a list. Typically, for those that go out and sell, you want to be selling with your friends. And so for the friends that you have, obviously they're going to have the same personality as you. So I would urge you to make a list of 100 friends and set up meetings with Jeremy, Kevin, your regional managers, your regionals, your managers. It's fun. I remember my first summer selling in the Midwest. It was awesome because I was selling with my friends, and it made a memorable summer. I will never forget the experience that I had. And so it was an incredible experience. So recruiting was talked about a lot. And then my main man, Joey McCarthy, he's on social media, has been hashtagging this all the time. We up to something, and it really rings true. I really feel the buzz, and we did in the manager meeting as far as just the excitement that was expressed and felt in that manager meeting. So be the best as you're out there. Another important thing. We had executives from AT&T come in. Obviously, AT&T is who we are now. AT&T and DirecTV. It's a big part of what we're going to be using in the future, or what we're using now. Being able to bundle people with DirecTV, brand new DirecTV customers, being able to offer a legit internet service, phone service. If somebody has cell phone, to be able to bundle that into their service is amazing. I just want, for those that weren't there, I want to let you know we have AT&T support 100%. They're behind us. They're willing to do whatever it takes to help us out. They've created several ways to make selling easier for us on the doors. And so it was an amazing feeling having them there. In fact, one of the AT&T representatives is moving from his state that he's in right now to Utah to be able to work with Jeremy, Kevin, myself, Casey, and Paul and Derek, and all the corporate leaders day by day, to be able to help us through this process as we are selling AT&T products. So it's awesome. I've already touched on the atmosphere that was felt and working as a team, but more importantly, and this should be treated more as a pat on the back, for as hard as you guys work out there, you deserve something. And I've always looked at tangible items or trips and whatnot as something, as an accomplishment, something that you work towards. And so this year, once you hit 150 active installed accounts from October 1st of last year up until September 30th, we, being Clear Satellite, will fly to Puerto Rico and we'll be taking a 7-day cruise. And as you can see on the right side, these are the different stops. Never once have I ever been on a cruise where we spend 5 days at places, stopping at places. So this is amazing accomplishment for those that hit 150. For those that are brand new, strive to hit 150. Not only is it a huge accomplishment to reach 150 installs in a year as a brand new rep, for those that have never sold before, but also a reward for your hard work. Just an amazing feeling this weekend. I appreciate everyone here at Clear and for what you guys do. It truly is a blessing to have you guys be part of something great as I come back. But I love my job. I love working with you guys. We've recently handed out manager manuals. The rep manuals will be to you guys shortly, but those manager manuals will be huge. It will not only help our leaders prepare you guys, but I really believe it's a game changer. Once again, I appreciate my job. We really have great things coming down the pipeline. This year is never a better year to be part of Clear Satellite. There's a reason why we're called Clear 2.0. Great job out there. Continue riding that momentum. And until next time, hashtag we up to something. Peace.